In the Harry Potter universe, you can use a spell for just about anything.
For example, Oculus Reparo.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Harry Potter spells. For this list, we're looking primarily at the spells or charms that were used in the Harry Potter films.
You'll pay for that one, Malfoy. Eat slugs!
Although we took what happened in the novels into consideration.
Oh, no, you don't, Sonny! I teach you to curse someone when their back is turned.
Number 10, Accio, the summoning charm.
You won, Harry! You won!
One of the best features of magic is that it essentially eliminates all manual labor. There is perhaps no better example of that than the Accio charm, which allows the user to call for an object which is immediately sent to them.
Accio Firebolt!
Of course, this charm doesn't work for absolutely everything, as Hermione discovers when trying to summon one of Voldemort's Horcruxes.
Accio Horcrux.
The object also needs to be within reasonable distance of the caster and needs to be a material object.
Accio!
Still, this would be an incredibly useful spell to have at our disposal. Number 9, Protego, the shield charm. Protego creates a barrier that protects or shields an area or person from harmful spells, and can even rebound curses back against their caster.
My father was a great man.
Your father was a swine.
Protego!
The shield charm is one of the more useful spells in a duel, as only a handful of curses can penetrate it.
Under the law, as creatures of near human intelligence. How dare you!
The spell is notably used by teachers and students to protect Hogwarts from Voldemort and his Death Eaters during the final installment of the series. Number 8, Wingardium Leviosa, the levitation charm.
Wingardium Leviosa. Off you go then.
One of the spells all wizards and witches learn at a young age. This levitation charm was made famous by Ron's horrific pronunciation of the name in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Wingardium Leviosa. Look, stop. You're going to take someone's eye out.
Unfortunately, this spell does not work on humans, but it does allow users to lift and carry heavy objects without any physical strain.
Wingardium Leviosa.
This spell would sure come in handy when moving furniture around a house.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Number 7, Stupefy, the stunning spell. Stupefy is one of the best attacking spells and is frequently used in a battle or duel. Its intent is to stun your opponent as opposed to harming them, and often leaves the victim unconscious. Because it does not cause injury or death, it is not commonly used by Death Eaters, but was a staple of Harry's arsenal and was one of the spells he taught to the members of Dumbledore's army in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Stupefy!
Number 6, Petrificus Totalus, the full body bind curse.
Petrificus Totalus!
One of the attacking curses used by young witches and wizards who are just learning how to duel. This spell leaves your opponent in a full body bind.
That's for my father. Enjoy your ride back to London.
It was used by Hermione on Neville Longbottom in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone to prevent him from interfering with the trio as they attempted to retrieve the stone at the end of the film.
Petrificus Totalus.
The effects of the curse can be lifted with a simple counter curse, unlike petrification, which requires a special draft made of mandrake roots.
Petrificus Totalus!
Well done, Neville.
Number 5, Sectumsempra, the Sever Forever curse. This nasty curse was first discovered by Harry in the potions textbook belonging to the self-proclaimed half-blood prince.
Have you ever heard of this spell? Sectumsempra.
Without knowing what it does, Harry uses it on Draco Malfoy, and we soon discover how brutal the curse is, as Draco begins to bleed profusely from his chest. Draco is saved at the last minute by Snape, who we later discover was actually the creator of the curse. George Weasley would later lose his left ear to the curse, and due to the spell's severely dark nature, his injury could not be repaired. Number 4. Crucio, the Cruciatus Curse.
The torture curse. Crucio!
They don't call Crucio an unforgivable curse for nothing. While we considered Imperio another unforgivable curse for this list,
Imperio!
we decided to go with the spell that causes excruciating pain instead.
Atta boy, Harry.
The Cruciatus Curse is commonly used by Death Eaters, and while it doesn't physically harm its opponent, it significantly stimulates the person's pain receptors to the point of extreme agony. It was famously used by Bellatrix Lestrange and 3 other Death Eaters on Neville Longbottom's parents, who were tortured to the point of insanity.
A Death Eater named Bellatrix Lestrange used the Cruciatus Curse on my parents.
Number 3. Expelliarmus, the disarming charm.
Expelliarmus!
We know what you're thinking. The spell used by Harry to kill Lord Voldemort is only number 3. Technically, it was Voldemort's own curse that killed him when the Elder Wand backfired on him. Expelliarmus was used by Harry throughout the series and is without a doubt his signature spell.
Expelliarmus!
This spell either disarms your opponent or sends them flying backwards, incapacitating them.
Expelliarmus!
It's used by witches and wizards just learning to duel and by highly trained magic users alike, and is one of the most useful and popular spells in the wizarding world.
Come out and play! Expelliarmus!
Number 2. Expecto Patronum, the Patronus charm. This charm is incredibly difficult to master, but extremely powerful, and is most commonly used to fight off Dementors, although the Order of the Phoenix has been known to use them as a form of communication.
Expecto Patronum!
The caster is required to think of their happiest memory before casting the charm, which creates an energy force that takes the form of a spirit guardian.
Think of the happiest thing you can.
Expecto Patronum.
It played a central role in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, as Harry attempted to overcome his fear of the Dementors. In one of the more iconic scenes of the franchise, Harry casts an enormous Patronus charm which fights off dozens of Dementors who were attempting to perform the Dementor's kiss on Sirius Black.
Expecto Patronum!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Lumos Maxima. Lumos Maxima.
Reducto!
Incendio.
Number 1. Avada Kedavra, the Killing Curse.
Avada Kedavra!
The last of the 3 unforgivable curses. This spell shoots a flash of green light and causes instantaneous death, unless your name is Harry Potter. Considered to be Lord Voldemort's signature spell, it requires exceptional skill to be performed correctly.
Avada Kedavra!
It's used several times throughout the series, including by Severus Snape on Albus Dumbledore.
Avada Kedavra.
It takes the top spot on our list, not only because of how powerful it is, but also because Harry's survival of the curse set in motion the events of the entire series.
Avada Kedavra!
No! Cedric!
Do you agree with our list?
Ingenious.
What's your favorite Harry Potter spell?
Cedric!
For more terrifying top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Expecto! Expecto!